Labdien, mani saut Emmanuel Bossard. Esmu biznesa skolas bodo MBA directors. Diemžēl nepārvaldu latviešu valodu. Tādēļ uzstāšos angliski. Thank you. I hope you're having a good time in Riga. I'm sorry I could not be with you. I hope to be there next time. So I'm talking to you from Bordeaux. I will tell you about the successful ways to do business with French persons when coming from the Baltic states. The first thing you should do when dealing with the French, but that's also true with dealing with any other culture, is try to think of your own business culture, your own culture. So you could take a white sheet and make this drawing. So think of your own culture. This is your culture, national culture. The ways and means how we behave as Estonians, Lithuanians, Latvians, etc. Then you should think of how in your own business culture, things happen. And this is a second circle, and that's the circle of your company. If you're a banker, if you are in the industry, a small business, a big corporation, it's not the same. That's the second step. And then third step is the little dot, it's yourself, your own psychology. So first draw this in order to know who you are, where you stand. And then you can find out about the circles in front of you, of the person you're dealing with, here the French, trying to adjust to their own way of doing business. So right now I will tell you about the French circle, and I will tell you about this circle. The other circles you'll have to find out for yourselves when you meet those people, when you meet someone for a big French corporation or a small business, a small producer. So this big circle, the French culture, basically the French culture is considered to be a mixture of northern cultures and southern cultures. Sometimes we are considered to be more tilting towards the south, towards those Mediterranean cultures, and sometimes more towards the north. We are in between. The French people like to take pleasure in business. They enjoy long lunches. So be prepared if you deal with a French to go for lunch, especially if you're traveling to France, and if you're having him in Riga or Vilnius, be prepared to take him out for lunch, and he'll be usually very pleased with a long lunch. So you will deal with the French when having lunch. French people are maybe less hardworking than you are in the Baltic states, maybe because of this leisure and pleasure culture. So we are considered usually to be a little bit less hardworking. Still, the French are considered reliable. They are also into writing things. They are not only into oral discussions and oral contracts. They need paper. They are also rational. They are rather rational. They like great ideas, and not as much as the Americans. They are not as much into the bottom line. And besides, there is no exact translation for the word bottom line in French. Basically, we use the word bottom line. So they are more into great ideas than into immediate, concrete, strong, and straightforward results. They like nice ideas, which means that sometimes their projects might not go as far as they intended to, and they may not deliver the results. And that can be annoying for someone from the outside world. The French are very critical of everything, including themselves. They are very critical of their own country. Sometimes we will consider them from the outside world as arrogant because they think they know better than everyone. That's right. Sometimes they can be pretty arrogant. The Americans love to say that. They love to hate the French for that reason, because French are so arrogant. But it's not that they're arrogant as a people, as a nation. They are arrogant regarding their own mastery of the subject. They think, that's true, they very often think they know better than you do. That's weird, that's strange, that's French. But they're not arrogant in general terms for their own country, so they will be very critical of their own country. But for themselves, they think they know. They also have known great changes with the years. The French I'm talking to you are the French, are the characteristic French. Of course, you will not find all the French meeting those standards I gave you. And there have been many changes in France thanks to globalization. So now, little by little, especially in the last 30 years, you will find more and more people looking like you, looking like very professional people, very keen into doing business. But there are remnants of a past culture. You have to keep in mind that the state, the government, the administration has still a very, very heavy weight in the country. So private entrepreneurship is not as much developed as it is, for instance, in Singapore or maybe as in Italy. So we don't have that business culture and that customer culture as much developed, though globalization has brought much more of it. So, to summarize this, you will encounter French people who will be more into take it or leave it than into what can I do to please you. There is still a small difference. You will find also differences between big corporations and small businesses, of course. That's all I wanted to tell you for now. Please feel free to ask us any questions. Please ask Christopher Rithoff, and thank you again for listening, and we'll be very happy to help you if you need any advice on doing business in France. Thank you.